We're looking at two questions. Our first question is on circular measure. So we've got a sector here, and there's a split. So on one side we've ORS sector, and we've got a split down where T to S. And our radius is 4 for both OR and OS. The area of the sector is given as well as 2 pi. Find the perimeter and find theta, which is the angle. And in our third part we have some aspects to do with ratios and the area as well. Keep note of the fact that we have to find the exact value. And we have a few formulas on top there as well. Generally with this topic you need to know your length of a arc and the area of the sector. Part A is find the exact value of theta in radians as stated. So the formula for that is half r squared theta. And it's equal to 2 pi. So multiply out and divide in both sides by 4 and you'll get 2 pi over 8, and simplify again, 1/4 pi, or more reasonably the way we write it, just for simplicity, is pi over 4. That's part A. Next, find the perimeter to 3 significant figures for this sector. So the length of the arc is what we really need. We have our 2 perimeters already. We have our 2 radius already. So 4 times pi over 4. You can cancel out the 4's. Is equal to pi. Therefore, our perimeter of ORS is 4, well, pi plus 4 plus 4. Once you get to that stage, it should be okay. And we're asked for the exact value. 8 plus pi is 11.1 centimeters for a perimeter. Okay, right. Next part, more expansive. The point T lies on OR, and we have a ratio of OT compared to TR is 1 to 3. So TR is 3 and OT is 1 within that ratio. From there we can do a bit more. We have the value of theta as well, our angle, which is pi over 4. So we have a triangle, and so you can use your area of the triangle formula, the trig version, we say. So half AB sine C. And we see our angles there as well, just to make sure it's opposite. Just checking your ABCs. So your angle to side, if you want to just make sure. And you should get root 2. So our area of that shaded area, shaded region for A is 2 pi, which is our original area, minus root 2. And that completes our question. So, circular measure radians, it's a topic in of itself, and it's a pretty solid question that shows a few parts, different elements of that type of question in further maths, and indeed in grade 11 on Pure 1 mathematics. Here we have a kind of a crossover between geometry and algebra. So we have x and x plus 4 are variable and constant, and variable of x, perimeter. You want to find perimeter and area, so write an expression for each of those. So it'll include variables and constants. So I'm just writing out the details just to make sure it's very clear. Perimeter, add up the sides. X plus x plus x plus 4 plus x plus 4. A grand total of 4x. 4x plus 8. Now the area, x times x plus 4 is x squared plus 4x. Great. We found them in terms of x as an expression. The perimeter of the rectangle has to be less than 30. The area has to be greater than 12. We're dealing with inequalities here, so you know that from finding a set of possible values as well. And of course, the form that's demonstrated in the last part for your answer. Okay, so we're given the perimeter and the area, so we're going to make two equations from this. Less than 30, so let's solve for x. So 4x is less than 22, so 5.5, 5.5. X is less than 5.5. Next, our area, x squared plus 4x is greater than 12 meters squared. 12 for now. And let's solve that for x. So we know already it's going to be a quadratic. There'll be two answers. And you'll have to check, of course, can you factorize? Can you factorize here? If you couldn't factorize, you can complete the square or use the quadratic formula. Use your calculator for that. Minus 2 plus 6. So x is equal to 2. And x is equal to minus 6. So x is greater than 2. And x is greater than minus 6. So of course our minus 6 doesn't really work. At this stage we have x is less than 5.5, x is greater than 2. You could put this on a number line if you needed to. But you can write out your set of values from there. And it gives you the form of a is less than x, less than b. So do it like it says. Follow the convention that you're given. So 2 is less than x is less than 5.5.